Hi ladies, I'm Isabel. I wanted to thank you first for reaching out and asking me for information on the business that I have been working on since August of last year. I'm physically in Virginia, Fairfax, Virginia, and would love to hear from you where you guys are from. Luckily the company is very global. So as I had mentioned, about over a year ago, I left my very busy, successful career in public health. I was working as a researcher, scientist, and analyst at the National Cancer Institute. I have a public health degree, a background, and I was working there, loved my job, was working in the area of cancer prevention and global health. I was able to travel. I saw the world really with my job, China, India, I was going to a lot of places, but I just wasn't happy when it came time to start my family. It was a busy career. I was all in, but when I had my second baby, I just decided it was too much. First the commute, it was also the work schedule. I really wanted to spend more time with both my kids. My oldest was only 2 at the time when his sister was born, and then my baby was born. And unfortunately, it's a decision we all moms, women have to make, and it was a tough decision. Then moving in like July of this past year, after leaving my job, decided to stay home. We stayed home full time with the kids, and in July, shortly after 4th of July, I saw myself in the mirror and noticed I had gained a lot of weight. I was gaining, but it wasn't until, it was something clicked. That 4th of July, we were taking pictures and I saw myself that I was like, oh my gosh, I have not only gained what I had lost after giving birth, but was even gaining more. And now, as a young, as junior high, I did have, some people just have genes or whatever. They have the skinny jeans. When I was in junior high, I did fluctuate my weight. And, at that time, just calorie and working out during high school, lost a lot of weight for prom. And I was like, yeah. But, after that, it was, it was good. It was easy to keep it. But it wasn't until I got married a few months, I started kind of eating a little, my husband is a very fit person, but he'll eat anything he wants, and it just goes down whatever, a leg or whatever, he doesn't gain it. And then I was still, but it wasn't until really I gave birth, and then my hormones were array. I was also mentally a little down. It's a very big change. You love your kids, but it's just a lot of responsibility and a lot of change. I was going in, a lot of weight gain happens, these drastic weight gains is in a period of your life when there's a lot of stress and change. And I was going through that period. I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't eating well. And so, in July, it was just, I finally took a look, and I didn't like what I saw. Luckily, I had a family friend, who he had lost a lot of weight and was starting to actually coach people. And he came, and I went up to him and I reached out and told him, what did you do? He had lost 82 pounds in 6 months. He's documented all of this as well, and like I have. And I was just basically, so I was at such a low point that I'm like, I don't have anything to lose. This guy did where I want to be. So just show me how you did it. And I did, and he did, and I followed him. And a month later, I had lost 20 pounds. I went on to lose a lot of weight, 45 pounds. I'm actually weighing less than when I want to say the same as weight as high school, which is like amazing to me, because after you have babies, a lot of women naysayers will tell you you won't lose the weight. You get old. As you get older, you won't lose the weight, and the program is just amazing for any age, any body type. And anyway, I can go on about the weight loss management program, but I want to go back to, this is what motivated me. I was seeing results, and part of the program is really also learning to eat well, learning about food and healthy eating, And I was just in heaven because I was also kind of learning again the public health things. You know, I did work with, you know, I worked in the area of cancer prevention, and weight gain, being overweight is a huge risk factor for certain cancers. And I was learning that again, but I was learning it in a way that it was more practical. I was like, oh, no, now I know what to do about it and how I can help others as well to take control of their lives. And that's really what this was. It was just taking control back of my body and my mind. And slowly, the family member who had brought me into the program started talking to me also about recruitment and actually becoming an independent representative of the company that I am currently with. And I have to say, at first I was a little skeptical in the beginning. Then when I saw the weight loss that I had personally experienced, I saw the success. It helps a lot more to just jump in and be more committed to the company when you actually see results. And that's really what they put all their, not hope, but, you know, they're really counting on the results to help sell their company. So it's a very result-driven company, okay? And testimonials are very important. And so, and it, you know, making sure the products do work. And so because of this success, you know, in the weight loss and this very tangible thing, I decided to go all in. Just like the weight loss, I went all in with the becoming an independent distributor. And it's hard, it's tough, it's a lot of work. I'm building something that my hope, my goal is to have it in years from now be something I can fall back on if I decide to stay home with my kids even longer. You know, if I decide 5 years from now, you know, I don't want to go back to the NCI. I'd like to continue having this flexible schedule, but I also have financial freedom and the income to also be able to do an extra vacation or help out. So if that's where you are, if you've watched this far, I really would recommend that you let me send you a link, or I'm gonna, I'll send you a link that's gonna direct you to a video that will explain the company in more detail. And it'll also include the name of the company, the products, the compensation plan, and a little bit more about, you know, what it takes to get started. You know, for my team, I look for ladies that are very coachable, that have a strong work ethic, and have a passion for serving others, because it's really about being authentic, wanting to genuinely in your heart help another human being, and finding the right product that will help you transmit that and help you help others achieve their goals. And specifically, it's goal setting in the area of health and fitness and beauty, which is also part of the whole sphere, encompassed by the company and the products. But I love the training, has been amazing. I worked as a scientist. I published in peer-reviewed journals. I know nothing of salesmanship and social media. I was just not, Facebook Live or even doing something like this was just out of my train of thought. But I'm learning, and I'm learning how to open my shell. I'm learning, crack my shell, and just, helping, being more verbal about helping others. And in the process, I'm also mentoring and getting to teach others as well. There's a very strong support network. The company puts a lot of focus on training, and so you definitely don't need a lot of sales experience if this is your first time. This is my first MLM. I'm not sure. I'd love to hear from you if this is your first, or you may have already been through more than I have, and they have some wise words of wisdom as well. But definitely want to emphasize on training, because training is going to get you where you want to be. And So I'm gonna wrap up. If you're still listening, this is awesome. Thank you, Alexis and DeAndrea. And I definitely want to be able to send you this link so you can see for yourself what this company is all about. And then, we can set up a time to chat, see if this is the right fit. Again, I look for ladies that are very open, coachable, have a hard work ethic, but also like to have fun. That's the number one rule, because if you're not having fun, then it's not worth it. And also, this is a part-time. I actually, with the kids, I still have two basically small babies running around. They're toddlers now, but one of them is still in diapers. So I'm definitely flexible. A lot of the work, is done morning or late, like around this time. But if I can get an hour a day, that's success for me. So just to leave you with a little word of wisdom, it's an inch and an inch and an inch. It takes little steps. It's those little battles that are going to define your future success. And so don't be discouraged. Don't be overwhelmed. I was there. I felt like, oh my gosh, how am I going to take on an MLM? All the pressures of having to sell stuff if I have family and, I have also commitments. But it's okay. An hour a day, very structured. We have a system. You have a plan, how to use the hour a day, and that you can manage it. You can make a lot of income, and I'd love to chat with you about it. Thanks.